and I'll be hosting AMR's Meet the Expert series. Over the next few months, you'll hear from our in-house experts covering a variety of association topics. I'm here today with Meredith Ward, Senior Policy Analyst for NASCIO. So tell us a little bit about your background and experience in government relations and advocacy.
So I've been in associations for about 17 years, the majority of which was spent in Washington, D.C., where I advocated Congress, Capitol Hill, the executive branch, and federal agencies. And now at NASCIO, where I've been for about 6 years, it blends the best of both worlds. I get to work on policy issues and advocate for our members through publications that I write or projects that I work on, and also help our Director of Government Affairs.
So in all that work that you've described, could you give us an example of how you've positively impacted AMR clients with the work that you do?
Sure. So one example that comes to mind is a big project that I work on every 2 years, and it's the Deloitte NASCIO cybersecurity study. Several years ago, NASCIO needed to come up with a way to help our members really measure where they are in terms of cybersecurity compared to the rest of states. So we came up with this study, and it releases kind of an overall higher view of the states and where states are in cybersecurity, and also gives each state a benchmarking report so they can really tell where they are. Not only are we really able to help our members, but the study was cited in the White House budget report as the most impactful, comprehensive study, I have that written down, of state-level cybersecurity spending in the White House FY19 budget. And also last year, we were proud to be recognized by ASAE with their Power of A award for the project.
Could you give us just a few tips on how an organization might go about identifying their top priorities regarding advocacy issues?
Number one, figure out what it is that you want to say. What's your message? In order to be heard, you have to have something to say. It can be your policy statements or positions on federal, state, local legislation. It can be general policy things like cybersecurity. And if members don't agree on everything, start out small and figure out what you agree on a small scale, and then go from there. It's always best to present a united front. Then you really got to spread your message. When you figure out what you want to say, then who you want to say it to. Tell the world, come up with talking points, and tell the media. Don't be afraid of the media. Use them as your friend. And then finally figure out, are there other associations or groups that might think the same as you do? If so, build a coalition, make some friends, and get out there and spread the word.
What would be one piece of advice that you would leave us with regarding government relations and advocacy?
So I think one of the most important things is to treat your staff as an asset. Of course, find folks who have experience in policy or advocacy, because they really need to participate in the strategic direction and communication plan. It's really a partnership between members and staff.
Well, thanks so much for joining us today, Meredith. And that concludes our first segment of AMR's Meet the Expert.